Yeah, it's cold. No, it feels great. It's a great experience to take the movie around and have people see it and enjoy it, and just excited for it to come out. In this movie, we find him basically as definitive as Captain America. In the MCU, the universe has kind of been in turmoil. So Sam Wilson is now in a position where he's trying to figure out what kind of Captain America he's going to be, or what Captain America he's going to be. It felt amazing. I mean, it wasn't something I expected or thought would happen. Um, the I would say the best part about it was I got to do it with a company and a group of my friends. My costumer on Captain America Winter Soldier was the same costumer on Captain America. So, Randall Bobbitt, who did props on every Marvel movie I've done, he was the prop guy on this movie. So it 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 was fun. We had a lot of fun. I honestly got the best cast I could ask for, and Julius Ona was an amazing director to work with. I think it's the start of the next phase of the MCU. I think if you look at Captain America, the first Avenger, and you look at this movie, they're parallel in the same veins because they're both foundations that the universe will be built upon for that big anticipated moment like Endgame. I'm just excited that my movie is the beginning and the first of that.
It's gorgeous. I didn't realize, like, obviously I just woke up like an hour ago, but then to like be here and then like be thrown into it, it just like, it's kind of how it felt like doing this movie. So it was so much every single time, around every corner was just a beautiful surprise. And so to be here in Trafalgar Square, right? That's how you say it? Trafalgar Square, to promote and share this movie with the world is a blessing. Well, Joaquin is. It didn't take much to find him because there are so many similarities between myself and him that he's a charismatic, warm, very ambitious kid that sometimes bites off more than he can chew, and he wants to prove that he's got what it takes to help a team and help and overall just help. It's beautiful. Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is magic. It's captured the world and has like allowed us to dream. And I think Captain America: Brave New World grounds that and takes that to the same that same legacy. I think we did an amazing job of like really grounding a beautiful story that's going to get everyone on the edge of their seats. Some of the sequences are insane, and I think it just forwards the thing that Marvel already has been doing so well, and obviously with Anthony Mackie leading the charge as Sam Wilson. It's a very exciting time. It was cool. It was a process because I showed up with a completely different body than I was going to do by the time that I did the film, and so every single week we had to keep reshaping and reshaping for me to even fit in it. And then by the time that we had all the pieces together, the first time I put it on and felt like Joaquin and Falcon was like 10 minutes before shooting. And so it was still getting like colored the right way, and by the time that I showed it to everyone, we're like, all right, great, now let's go shoot this thing. So it was like right down to the wire in a very exciting, collaborative way within all the artists. Yeah, and so much of it for me was like, I want to do every single one of my stunts that I can, and so the mobility of it was something we kept working on. And it was such an amazing team that was like, I was able to do everything I could. Well, I've said this every single day since he jumped on board, which is like, that's my mom's favorite actor. Like from the jump, we're in a big cinephile family, but there was one person in our household that we all would watch, and that's Harrison Ford. My mom would play Air Force One on repeat. So to be able to work with him and see how he takes in the room and allows everyone to be themselves by cracking jokes, you get to start seeing how someone at that stature, like leading the culture on set along with Sam and Anthony Mackie, it makes a world of a difference. Oh, because it's gonna drive you through the roof. It's just every single beat in the film and scene and interaction is just, it's the tension is like pulling this rubber band, and when it finally snaps, it goes. And so some of the sequences are fantastic, and I'm excited like when people finally see them, just to hear just their excitement. So you guys are gonna love it.
Well, yesterday was kind of gray. I'm glad to see some sunshine today. Well, it's a lot of this is based on previous work to establish the character. But the story is a continuation of Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross's story, and it's really a very interesting emotional story in a context, in a Marvel context, which is adds a little bit of human reality to the situations that we find ourselves. Well, I mean, I was aware of what Bill Hurt had done and how successful he had been, and because the idea of taking over a character that's already been established by another actor is something that never occurred to me. But apparently it's something that happens in the Marvel Universe with some regularity. So I was comfortable with it, and I was really pleased to have the foundation that Bill laid in on the character. Well, certainly Mr. Mackey distinguishes himself in this iteration, and I had a great time working with him. We had a lot of fun making the movie.
It feels amazing and surreal, and to be standing with that shield and that Hulk hand, the red Hulk hand behind us. We worked hard, and it's a long journey, but to get to be here now and share it with everybody is so satisfying. It's thrilling, getting to work on every aspect of this, from the previs and the storyboards to working with the stunt teams to doing rehearsals with the actors, the cast. Every single detail matters. But when you add it all up and you get to see it, we were just finishing and QCing the movie recently, and you see all those elements come together, you can't ask for more as a filmmaker. The process is very intense, very disciplined, very rigorous, especially when you're doing stunt work. You want to be safe, but you also want to do things that are surprising and exciting for the audience. This Captain America, Sam Wilson, is somebody who's so skilled in hand-to-hand combat, but he's also somebody who's a little bit more vulnerable. He doesn't have the super serum. So we really tried to design the action in a way where you saw him be inventive and get scrappy, but then he's also a guy who flies. We've got an incredible aerial sequence in this movie, and the way he uses the wings, the vibranium wings, is really amazing and spectacular. So all those elements we really took great care with, and I'm so psyched about how it's come together. You go about being really prepared, because Harrison Ford is an incredible professional, and he comes so prepared. I remember the first day we sat down and his script was all marked up with notes and questions. I had numerous conversations with him, sometimes till 2, 3 in the morning, but he really, really cares, and that sets the tone for everybody. Both him and Anthony were so prepared, and it made sure that me as a director and the rest of the cast were bringing our A game to it. Look, this is the first big event movie of 2020-25. It is taking the Captain America franchise in a new direction. It is an opportunity to see a huge-scale Marvel movie that is working with the best of the genre as a paranoid action thriller. So there's a ton to be excited about. And then, of course, there's a Red Hulk. We're introducing a Red Hulk to the world. So there's some really very cool action in this movie with our flying Captain America, and also with Falcon. We've never had action sequences with 2 flying heroes. So the number of things coming from an action standpoint that are new is really exciting, but most importantly is the heart and soul of this movie. It's a movie that's about empathy. It's a movie about seeing the best in each other, and the way that emotional journey resolves itself, I think, is going to be very inspiring for an audience.